Hi, so creative. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm House of Casey April. If today is your first time of stopping by, you are welcome. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, do well to subscribe and turn up your notification bell so that you get notified when I upload a new video. In today's video, I will teach you how to draft, cut, and sew a puffy petal sleeve design. If this is what you want to learn, please keep watching and let's get started. Because this is an overlapping sleeve, we are going to be adding a lapping at the shoulder. That is why I folded my pattern into two, so that I will have the two sides of my sleeve to overlap each other. I will be making use of 9 inches for my sleeve length, including sewing allowance. I don't want my sleeve to be too long. That is why I make use of 9 inches. You can make use of any length of your choice. You can make use of 8 inches, 10 inches. It depends on what you want. And I'm going to add puff because I want it a little bit structured. So from here, I will come down by 4 inches for my puff cap. You can come down by 3 inches, but I'll be making use of 4 inches, making it the length of 13 inches. So from this 4 inches line, I will come down by 4 inches. I come down by 4 inches because I'm in a bigger size, but if you are in a moderate size or small size, you can come down by 2.5 inches or 3 inches. So here, I will mark my round armhole measurement. The round armhole measurement I'm working with is 24. 24 divided by 2 is 12 inches. And I will add half inch for sewing allowance. So at the length here, I will mark the round sleeve of where my sleeve length stop. If your sleeve is stopping here, make sure you take the round sleeve of your sleeve length. Don't make the measurement to be tight, make it firm because there will be no room for adjustment. So where my sleeve will stop, I have 17 inches. 17 divided by 2 is 8.5 inches. And I will add half inch for sewing allowance, making it 9 inches. So at the upper part here, I will come in by 1.5 inches before I will curve. I don't want it to be pointy. And I will make use of my free hand. I am going to cut. At the center here, I am going to rule a line. So what we are going to do now is to extend a little bit of our sleeve to the other side. And we are going to cut the two of it for them to lap each other. So it depends on how deep you want your overlap to be. From here, I will come down by 9 inches. If you want your overlap to be more deeper, you will go up by 8 inches or 7 inches. But if you want it down, you come down by 10 inches. So from here, I mark 9 inches. From this side, I will mark 4.5 inches. That is 4.5 inches. From here, I will measure 5.5 inches, and I am going to connect it to meet this 4.5 inches. And I am going to cut. At this end here, I am going to trim it so that it will blend together. Make sure you notch the center of your sleeve here. I am going to notch here. Remember, we are going to cut two of this pattern because one will be overlapping the other one. I am not going to add any seam allowance because I have added seam allowance on it already. Remember, the length of my sleeve is 9 inches including the sewing allowance. And I am going to notch the center of my sleeve. And I have cut both the lining together. The next thing to do now is to iron interfacing on the lining. I'll be making use of gum stair as my interfacing. You can make use of peplum stair if you want it to stand very well. I have ironed the hair stair on the lining. The next thing I will do now is to join the two linings together. Make sure the fronts of the lining are facing each other. The notch side are placing on the other notch side. I will do the same thing on the main material. Make sure the two fronts are facing each other. I will move to my machine now and sew with 1/2 inch allowance that we added. I have joined the lining and the main material together and open press it. I join it with the 1/2 inches and I open press it. The next thing I will do now is to place the lining on the main fabric. Make sure the two notch are matching each other. And I am going to sew from here with 1/2 inch. Make sure you are not sewing on the notch part. I will move to my machine now and sew it. I have joined both the lining and the main fabric together. You can take a look at how it looks like. This is the inner part. The next thing I will do now is to overlap. You will make sure this notch and this notch are matching each other. This is how my sleeve is overlapping each other. The next thing I will do now is to move to my machine now and secure it all round. I have sewed it all round. The next thing I will do now is to pleat the upper part. If you are pleating, make sure what is left round here is your round armhole measurement. You can also use this method to cut and sew the other sleeve. I will move to my machine now and pleat it. So I have pleat it. This is my puff sleeve. The next thing I will do now is to measure my round armhole and see if I will get 24. Remember, my round armhole measurement is 24 inches. I will divide 24 inches by 2. That is 12 inches. I will place my tape here and measure if I will have 12 inches. As you can see, what I have here is 12 inches. Please, if you are pleating, make sure you are cross-checking your round armhole measurement. Can you see how the sleeve looks like? The puff is not much. That is how I want it. The next thing I will do now is to wear this on my mannequin and show you the final look. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you find this video so interesting, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to turn up your notification bell so that you will get notified when I upload a new video. Bye.